Good morning. In this video, we will talk about the literary devices used in the poem Animals by Walt Whitman. So let's begin with the first stanza. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. So in this, the first poetic device that is used is repetition. So here we see that the word long has been repeated. Long and long. So there is a repetition of the word long. And when we see the first and the second line, we see that both the lines, they begin with the word I. So I word is used at the start of two consecutive lines. So there is use of anaphora also. And there is one more poetic device that is being used here, and that is assonance. So here we see that there is a use of vowel sound I. I think, I live. So there is the use of vowel sound I. So the poetic device that is used in the first stanza is assonance also. So now let's move on to the second stanza. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. So now in these lines, we see the poetic devices that have been used in this stanza are, like we can see the first three lines of this stanza. They start with not one. So there is the repetition, the use of repeated words at the beginning of two or more consecutive lines. So we see the lines start with not one. So it is the use of anaphora. So here another poetic device that is used is the metaphor. Like sweat and whine, they refer to the cries and the complaints of human beings. So there is use of metaphor also. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possessions. So the poetic device that is used in this stanza is the metaphor. So we can see that the inner qualities of human, they are being referred to as the tokens. So there is use of metaphor in this stanza. So as far as the rhyme scheme is concerned, we see that there is no rhyme scheme followed in this poem. It is written in free verse. So this poetry is not at all rhymed. There is no rhyme scheme that is being followed. It is written in free verse. So we've talked about the important poetic devices, the literary devices that have been used in this poem.